8 to shoot. Santos working on Anunoby. Used that footwork a couple of times. Didn't hit the rim. So throwdown by Will Richard. Whoa!
Look at this right here by Richard. This is called a surprise dunk on the head there.
Al Horford inside to Spencer. Skip pass. Richard beat the clock. Hits it!
16-4 points off turnover deficit is wild.
And Richard got it at home! He had 4 attempts to work with.
Last shot is huge impact. It's under review. Watch where
Watch
Will
the light.
Richard
Don't look at the clock. Watch the light. Is it out of his hands? It is.
It definitely
that bucket is good.
And Royce O'Neal just didn't even touch him. And the Suns are just kind of a little lackadaisical right there. Didn't realize, okay, he's going to have time if someone gets the rebound here.
Well, I tell you, we would have been happy with 5.
And the coaching staff alerted Ime Udoka. Hey, that's his 4th foul. Oh, Curry with a pass. Richard turns and scores. Highlight assist for Steph Curry. Shoot it.
So Steph gets 2, does what he does, draws the attention, and now if you're Richard, you have to shoot that ball, and it's not an easy shot. Catches in the middle of the lane over Jabari Smith, got to shoot it up.
David Adelman, who took over as the interim coach at the end of last year and into the playoffs, got the permanent job in the offseason. Year 12 for Steve Kerr with the Warriors as the head man, and Richard hits a 3.
The Warriors will not play again till Friday against Minnesota at home. Chance to rest, a chance to add to the roster. Will Richard with a 3.
The movement you need behind the double team. They were ready.
Will Richard sidestep 3. Oh, that rookie's got some confidence. A little long. Right idea. And Pat with a steal. Now you can play for 1. Will Richard, corner 3.
12th time on Christmas. Nembhard doubled. Great defense, Green. They force a turnover. Payton in the open floor. Challenged by Black. So he leaves it for Richard. Team foul.
See a nice double team right there. Draymond and Steph. Steph comes up with the steal. Then the long pass up to GP2 and on
DJD gonna set that screen. Podziemski couldn't pull. Richard moved without the ball, and Will Richard. Melton scores. Richard scores. It can't just be one guy.
I mean, he just kept coming. He knows Jaegor's going up. He's the hot man. As soon as Jimmy Butler got it, he just threw it out. Got another steal.
Will Richard with a steal. It's the Warriors creating turnovers and scoring. Richard, Moses Moody, Guy Santos, and quick post for the Warriors. Will Richard, corner 3. I think Kalina just mentioned that the one Achilles heel in on Holmgren. He leaned with the shoulder and then finished with the layup. That was nice. And that's the physicality you were talking about. Hans is regulating. And Richard with a steal. Richard, the rim at home.
Been kind of cheating off of their man to just find driving angles.
Their youth and their depth. Nice pass by Podziemski. And Will Richard cutting without the ball. Butler finding Will Richard. Open 3. That's what Kalina talked about. His ability to handle off the dribble, but he threw it away. Will Richard in a foot race with Bridges to lay it up and in. Pressure on Draymond just bothered him enough.
And Miller got cracked, so he went down.
Will Richard, touchdown! And that's why that happened. Moved to 16-6 at home. Moved to 11-4 the last 15. Will Richard, were you the 56th pick in the draft?
Pence, man, don't dribble around Will Richard. Colin Sexton was just too nonchalant. That is dangerous.
Scream on him. I tell you, Will with the haircut now is even more aerodynamic. Yeah, he looks dangerous. And lefty with a bad taste heading into halftime. The first 2.5 minutes of the third have been all Miami here. The lead is trimmed to 1. Will Richard catching 2 threes. Steph's got 8 assists.
Step here, but watch Quentin post on the weak side here, real quick. Just setting that screen right there and make Powell just kind of go around half of his arm.
Too strong for Dante. Melton will lead Richard the other way. And the Warriors get an easy one. Chris Finch calls a timeout.
The masked man, Jordan Goodwin. Royce O'Neal, speaking of steals, taken away. Will Richard dunking it. Go get the ball. The The guys in black uniforms have to find an offensive spark plug. Will Richard for three. There's a good. Anthony Melton missed everything there, but air balls go to the offense. Will Richard on a relocate three. Just Will's extra effort, and he's rewarded with 20 years of age. Gonzalez repertoire. Richard missing there, batted Vucevic, and that will be a lead pass to Will Richard. We'll give Vucevic the assist there.
Games where he couldn't even feel his wrist. It's actually been something that's been bothering him for a long time as Richard connects on his first shot attempt of the game. They find ways to win. Great hands by Richard. Gets the deflection. Now rewarded with a three-pointer. That's the 8th triple of the... Horford, nice pass underneath. Richard with the finish. That is 27 assists now for Golden State.
He's got to take pride on the defensive end. A lot of it is about on-ball defense. Can you slap the ground, just move your feet, make it tough on your guy.
Jemski on the kick out. Will Richard for three. In, out. Will Richard, 13 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Knocked it away. Will's got the breakaway, and he'll hammer it down.
He does this seemingly.
The best offensive rebounder in the game.
Jemski, you and Zora were talking about the top. Quentin Post moved it. Richard out of the corner. Knocks down three. 56th pick.
See why they are one of the title contenders. We're going to see another one with Detroit on Friday. Draymond tic-tac-toe, and Will Richard pays it off.
Warriors are doing so many great things.
Malachi Leones comes out of the pack with Nate Williams, lobbing it back, and Will Richard. He will draw the foul, dunk it down. That was an impressive finish.
Aerial assault. Is it a plane? No, it's Will Richard climbing up your back. Oh my goodness. Hey, that's one highlight reel to take, well, not take home, take to Detroit with you. Feel good about this game.
So Will Richard, it's a nice pass by Nate Williams at full speed. Hand off to Ben Wallace and friends, and Rasheed Wallace.
Rip Hamilton,
and
Chauncey
Chauncey
Billups, yeah.
26 turnovers. We got to be the no. You're the attacking team. You force turnovers. You get steals. That's what Nate Williams did. Yeah, and then D'Anthony Melton doing the same thing.
Running with Will Richard to soar in with a left hand.
This is what I was calling for.
Finishing at the ring wants to be a 3-level scorer.
Draymond three is flat there. Will Richard tipping it up and in.
Get active on the glass defensively. And now is coming on strong offensively. But look at Will Richard get inside.
Atlanta's become an elite defensive team since the All-Star break. Warriors hit him at 55% shooting, and beautiful pass, Draymond there to a cutting Will Richard. And it back out, but it ends up being a breakthrough to the end. What a block! E.J. Liddell was focused on getting a foul that never came. Will Richard three. The dunk!
Sure, the NBA has some data on that. Keldon Johnson gets inside. Green does a nice job tipping it. Will Richard to Spencer. Right back to Richard. Inside. Banks it home. Beautiful.
And just the Warriors getting out on the fast break. Now look, we already mentioned